If you've been trying to fix your anxiety with breathing exercises, meditation, or positive thinking, you're working on the wrong problem. You're trying to calm a storm in your mind, but the storm is actually starting in your body. None of those will stop the sudden anxiety spikes you get out of nowhere, the ones that feel like a switch has been flipped inside you. Because those spikes aren't caused by your thoughts. They aren't a failure of your mindset. They're caused by something completely different. And if you want them to stop, watch this. I'm about to tell you what works. So, your anxiety isn't random, and it's not in your head. It's a metabolic misfire, a blood sugar drop that sends a false danger signal straight to your brain. So, when your glucose dips too fast, your nervous system panics first, and your thoughts panic second. Think of it like a smoke alarm with a faulty sensor. There's no fire, but the alarm is screaming anyway. Your body is the alarm, and the blood sugar drop is the faulty sensor. There's a hidden brain-body glitch almost nobody talks about. Your threat detection circuit fires when your blood sugar drops too quickly, even if you're calm, safe, and sitting still. This ancient protective system can't tell the difference between a real threat and a rapid drop in cellular energy. It thinks an energy crisis is a survival crisis. That sudden heart race out of nowhere feeling isn't anxiety. It's a metabolic crash. Now, if you've lived through trauma, especially childhood trauma, your nervous system works differently. Trauma rewires the threat detection circuit. It makes it fire faster and louder, and it makes it fire even when nothing is wrong. It's like the volume on your body's alarm system is permanently turned up to maximum. So when your blood sugar drops too quickly, your brain interprets it as danger, because your nervous system learned to protect you. It became hypervigilant to keep you safe, and now it sees this internal metabolic shift as an external threat. This is why people with trauma feel anxious about everything. Their biology is reacting to signals that were never explained to them. Trauma-based anxiety and metabolic-based anxiety stack on top of each other, and when you stabilize the metabolic side, the trauma side becomes easier to manage. You're not erasing the trauma, but you are turning down the constant blaring alarm in your body, which gives you the space to heal. So let's clear up a common myth. The myth: anxiety is a character flaw or a sign of weakness. Fact: it's a biological signal. Often it's your body telling you it needs different fuel, not that your mind needs more willpower. Another myth: you just need to think more positively. Fact: when your body is in a state of metabolic panic, positive thoughts are like shouting into a hurricane. You have to calm the physical storm first. Here's the good news. You can stabilize this entire system in 3 days. Not with medication, not with meditation, and not with breathing exercises. You fix it by giving your cells what they're missing during those crashes. You give your body the right building blocks to create stable energy. Here's what to do. First, eat your first meal later in the morning. This gives your insulin time to drop and flattens your glucose curve, preventing the sudden drops that trigger panic signals. This doesn't mean skipping breakfast. It means shifting it. Second, remove the 3 foods that trigger the fastest anxiety spikes: sugar, refined grains, and fruit juices. These cause the quickest glucose drops, which create the strongest panic signals. Think of them as kindling for your anxiety fire. Third, add the 2 nutrients that shield your nervous system: electrolytes and healthy fats. These slow the glucose drop, and prevent the false alarm. This is why so many people feel calmer when they eat protein and fat first. For example, start your meal with a few nuts or a piece of avocado. Nobody tells you anxiety can come from your cells, not your thoughts. Nobody tells you your nervous system is reacting to a false alarm. Nobody tells you trauma makes your biology more sensitive to metabolic changes. But once you understand this, everything changes. You gain a new level of control. Here is the exact 3-day plan. Day 1. Eat your first meal later in the morning, remove sugar, and add electrolytes. For your first meal, try scrambled eggs with spinach and avocado instead of cereal or toast. Day 2. Eat protein and fat first, avoid snacking, and walk 10 minutes after meals. If you need a snack, choose something like a handful of almonds or some olives, not a granola bar. Day 3. Increase healthy fats, lower carbs, and stop eating 3 hours before bed. For dinner, think grilled salmon with roasted broccoli and olive oil. This gives your digestive system and your nervous system a rest overnight. So to recap the core actions, push your first meal later. Cut out sugar, refined grains, and juices. Add in healthy fats and electrolytes, and take a short walk after you eat. This isn't a diet, it's a strategy to recalibrate your nervous system. By day 3, your glucose curve stabilizes, and your anxiety spikes drop dramatically. If you want your anxiety spikes to stop, do this for 3 days. Your brain will calm down because your cells finally have what they need. Please remember, this is for informational purposes and not a substitute for medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare professional for any health concerns. If you want me to break down the second hidden glitch that keeps your nervous system stuck in alert mode, comment next. Eke Bedesam Ba Sa Kurai.